CJ, being one of the older guys here, has asked the other two guys about this, but just what about the difference of going through the offseason you guys had last year at this time as opposed to this year, dealing with the expectations, all those things?
Yeah, it's a little bit different. We're now the hunted instead of the hunter, but we're approaching it just the same intensity-wise, if not actually a little bit harder because, we made it to the national championship and we were 13 seconds away from winning it. So our approach and our mindset has been attack every workout, everything that we do that much harder because, we were happy with the success that we had and the turnaround that we had, but at the same time, we're disappointed in the results at the end of the year.
CJ, obviously Nick Marshall's progression as a passer was a big focus this offseason. How much has he progressed from the spring game to this point in the summer?
Still leaps and bounds. He's so much more comfortable with the receivers. He's had a year with all of us, with the exception of the newcomers, but his finesse and his touch has gotten so much better. He knows when to really thread the needle and when to air it out a little bit, and I think that's huge for our passing game, and I think that shows his maturity as a quarterback.
Hey, I know you're on a summer vacation, and I was wondering if you could talk a little about coming to Media Day and the circumstances. Did you volunteer? Were you asked to come? And what it's like for you to be here, and how you've otherwise been spending your summer?
How what?
How you've otherwise been spending your summer?
Well, I've been spending my summer doing football, working out all the time, and we get together as as an offensive unit and. We have our own practices, not practices, but like we get together and we do our own thing. We work with Nick with, timing of routes. And so we've really been getting a lot better on our own time, which has been huge for us. It's also been a lot of fun. But, yeah, it was short notice me coming here. Coach Malzahn asked me to come, and, I was definitely elated. And I was I'm honored to be here. Representing Auburn University with Gabe and Reese. So, it's a lot of fun. We got like a bright light.
CJ, the miracle run last season with the victories over Georgia and Alabama, but it really started that last drive against Mississippi State. Talk a little bit about that drive and what it was like to play in those games that had such fantastic finishes.
Yeah, that Mississippi State game definitely, in my mind, is the #1 play ever. It was a lot of fun being a part of those games, being a part of, Auburn history. Obviously, nobody thought that a play could ever be better than Ricardo's play. And then next week or next 2 weeks, obviously, we came back and had another unbelievable play. So, being able to rush the field is something that I'll never forget. The atmosphere, playing in those big games is something, unprecedented. So it was definitely a lot of fun.
CJ, a couple of questions. One, as a guy who's been through some good times, some bad times, what do you and the seniors feel like you need to do to try to impress on the young players what can happen? And the other one is to the passing game. Talk about that, because a lot of national folks just feel like this is going to be a team that, again, only can run the ball and really isn't going to be one that throws it.
Well, as far as, kind of laying the foundation for the younger guys, I think that we've started doing that, from the second they stepped on campus. They're kind of in stride with us right now. They've bought into everything that the coaches have instilled in us, and, they're on Coach Russell's workout program, which definitely helps a lot. The first day, he's trying to make you throw up, trying to, give it his all to, make you know that it's a different level. So I think that them looking up to us and us, laying a great foundation for them will help them when their seniors lay a great foundation for the other freshmen that will come in, and, it'll kind of be a snowball effect, so to say. And as for the passing, for our offense, we kind of hope that people overlook it, to be honest, and hope that they get surprised. Well, if they overlook it, we feel that they will be surprised. That's something that we've been focalizing and definitely, kind of, worked on a lot this off season. And we've made it an emphasis, and Coach Malzahn's made it an emphasis to us. He said we're not going to be one-dimensional, and we know that we're not going to be one-dimensional. We have the ability to stretch the field vertically as well as horizontally in the passing game, and we plan on doing just that.